What if gamification, the effort to make school more fun, is actually making our kids dumber? I know that sounds extreme, but the science says we should take it seriously. And it connects directly to what we've been talking about in the last couple of videos, embodied cognition and how computers fragment attention. Because it turns out the way that EdTech is designed hits both of those problems at once. Over the last 15 years, American schools have gone all in on gamification. Every student gets a laptop, every lesson gets points, badges, leaderboards, animated owls telling you that you're doing great. And the pitch is simple: make learning fun and kids will learn more. There's just one problem: the research doesn't back that up. A major meta-analysis of 41 gamification studies found that yes, gamification can improve learning outcomes, but only under very specific conditions. It needs to run for more than a semester, it needs to happen mostly offline, and it needs to combine game mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics together in purposeful design. Almost none of the apps that dominate American classrooms actually do this. What they do instead is something cognitive scientists called seductive details, entertaining elements that feel engaging but actually hijack your brain's limited processing power away from learning. And remember what we said about computers and distraction? Gamified apps compound this problem by deliberately engineering distraction. Flashy graphics, sound effects, reward screens are the point. It's fun to look at, but terrible for attention. A meta-analysis of 39 studies found that students who learned without these distractions consistently outperformed those who learned with them. And here's where embodied cognition comes back in. We've talked about how the body is deeply involved in how we form memories. Physical sensation, movement, and environment all anchor learning in ways that screens simply cannot replicate. The meta-analysis actually confirmed this. Gamification works best in offline settings where students were moving, interacting, and engaging with the physical world. The worst outcomes were online, alone, scrolling on a screen. Psychologist Robert Bjork's research on desirable difficulties explains why. Information learned with minimal effort can drop from near complete recall to less than 30% retention within a single month. Struggle, real, effortful, sometimes frustrating struggle, is what makes knowledge stick. Easy learning feels like learning, but it usually isn't. Kahoot rewards whoever clicks fastest. Duolingo is engineered like a slot machine. iReady describes its own users as just clicking through without thinking. These aren't design flaws. They're features of an industry that borrowed a playbook from mobile gaming where the goal is to keep you on the app, not getting knowledge permanently into your head. Engagement is not the same thing as learning, and a generation trained to expect education to feel like a game may be the least prepared for the moments when real life doesn't.